We're going to save you hours and hours and hours of time every single week just by watching this video.
We have got so many tips for how to have quicker Zoom calls so your Zoom meetings can be way more productive and you can get on with your day.
We'll even tell you how to deal with those certain people that just want endless, pointless Zoom meeting after Zoom meeting with no agenda whatsoever, and then when you get on the call, they just won't shut up. So yeah, we'll help you deal with them too.
Alright Pete, no time to spare, let's do this.
Firstly, we're going to show you how to avoid taking Zoom call meetings altogether, and then show you how to have quicker Zoom calls for the ones that are actually necessary. Because here's the thing, guys. Bring it in. The quicker Zoom calls are the calls that never happen at all. Oh yeah, baby.
Tweetable. We guarantee that at least 50% of your meetings don't even have to happen in the first place. So here's how to reduce the amount of Zoom calls that you have.
You need to remember that having a Zoom call meeting is incredibly time consuming. Most meetings are inherently presumed to be an hour long. Plus, even just the thought of an impeding meeting just takes your headspace away from what you should be doing. It's distracting for your productivity. You have to get dressed for it, do your hair, get out of your pajamas. It can be hard to get back on track after the meeting. It can be draining for your energy. And if they don't go well, then it can play on your mind and ruin your focus for the rest of the day.
So productivity-wise, a simple 1 hour meeting may actually take up 2 hours of your headspace. That is not productive. And what's more, think about what your hourly rate is and what this is costing you.
It's crazy. And if you actually think about all the meetings that you have, you can probably figure out that most of them aren't actually necessary. So this is how you deal with that. If someone asks you for a catch-up, you need to ask yourself, is this what you want? Do you want to do it this week? Can it be pushed? Can you come back to this? Does it need to be a call or a meeting in the first place? Or maybe it's a client who wants to call and discuss something. Is it necessary? Ask yourself, could this be handled in a better, more efficient way? For example, could you spend just 10 minutes crafting and writing up a really concise an efficient email that gets across all the information that needs to happen? In fact, usually it's better, so it's all in writing in the first place.
A great response that you absolutely need to jot down right now if someone asks you for a Zoom meeting is this. Sure, could you please let me know what you'd like to cover in the meeting and what you'd like to have clear by the end?
When they reply, you could either turn that into an agenda so that when you have the meeting, it's a lot more efficient, or even better, just simply send them back a reply, giving them all the information that they actually need, saving yourself from having to have that meeting in the first place. Remember, your time is super, super precious, and you are allowed to say no to a meeting. It is not rude. A polite way to say no is simply to say, my schedule is full working on Project X. Can we circle back to this? If it's important, that person will come back to you and will circle back to you. But 9 times out of 10, they don't circle back because it probably wasn't important in the first place.
Now we have discussed about reducing the amount of meetings, let's now talk about making them quicker. And by the way, if you're thinking of implementing any of these tips, then please do let us know in the comments or drop a quick like on this video.
Okay, so how to have quicker Zoom calls, but not necessarily rushed Zoom calls. That's the key. Firstly, your meetings don't have to be the typical 1 hour meeting as a standard, and it's important to make that known to the person before you even get on the call. So when someone asks you when you're free, you could say, hey, I have 15 minutes on these available dates. Give them some suggestions. And I know this isn't always possible, but it is better to get people to try and book into your schedule rather than the other way around. This way, it doesn't impact on your schedule as much.
Another good tip is to have preset times for meetings. For example, for us, we typically try to fit our meetings after lunch between the hours of 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. We try to avoid meetings in the morning because this is when we are most productive, so we like to work on the business during these times. And having that set slot in our calendar for meetings makes it really easy to set new meetings up, quickly suggest times, and set up calendar schedulers to moderate the amount of meetings that we actually fit into our diary too. And you can use a meeting scheduler tool like Calendly or like Schedule Once to get other people to book into these preset times. The cool thing about using these services is that you can also send automatic reminders. You can set them for like a few days before or even like an hour before, because there's nothing more unproductive than someone not turning up for a meeting that they've forgotten about. But if you don't want to use one of these tools, then make sure you are just using some kind of online calendar like iCal or Google Cal and invite people to the meeting so it goes into their calendar too. This also has the added benefit of they will get their own reminders and it will make sure the time zones are correct, because we have been there. Okay, we've got some even more tips for you here. Another thing that you can do is have a VA manage your diary. That's what we do, and our awesome VA Tammy almost acts like a gatekeeper and keeps everything scheduled and everyone reminded of things.
Another handy tip is to try to book in those meetings back to back. This means there's no downtime in between. If you've got half an hour in between a meeting, you're not going to do anything in that time. You're just going to play on your phone or get a drink. So let's reduce that time. And it gives you the ability to say at the end of the call, if someone's waffling on,
oh, someone else is coming into my Zoom room, so, wrap it up.
It's also polite to tell the person at the start of the call how long you have for the meeting and if you have another call scheduled back to back, just so they're aware from the top.
I also just want to tell you about two of my favorite phrases for wrapping up the end of a meeting. Phrase number one goes a little like this. Okay, so in the last 10 minutes, is there anything else that you'd like to cover? This is just another little friendly reminder before the final act chop that the meeting will be ending in 10 minutes time. And the final phrase, just to wrap things up on the call, is to say, I'm just conscious of the time, so to sum up, and then you basically just say like the summary and what the next actions and that you have to go. And then bye.
Politely.
Politely.
And that's how to have quicker or no Zoom calls and way more productive meetings. If you've enjoyed this video and you are a small business owner, then please do subscribe to this channel. We create videos like this every single week to help your business grow faster.
He's been Andrew, and
I'm just conscious of time, so just to sum up, I have been Andrew, and we'll see you all next week. Bye, guys.